Hi, welcome.
Hey everybody! I'm sorry, I just wanted to just blast over Brian right away, because that's what I do.
So welcome to the Team Beachbody Chat. As you know, today we'll be speaking with Debbie Siebers about all kinds of fun and interesting things. So please send in your questions. Remember, if you're a Team Beachbody Club member, your questions will be answered first as always, and that's part of your exclusive Team Beachbody Club membership. So also, if you're on Facebook or tweeting, tweet your questions at #AskDebbie. So, but before we begin any of the questions,
Is it tweet or twit?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm still not that
People
current.
say different things. I think, I don't know.
Twittering.
I don't care.
I think you tweet, but you're twittering.
I've gotten a lot of tweets about this ultimate reset.
Really?
But before we start, can I introduce my friend?
Yes, you may.
This is my lovely friend Jeannie, and she's visiting from Canada, and she's been doing the reset with me, and so we can, certainly talk about that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Did you guys start together?
We didn't start together, but we launched into the second week together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you've been kind of her guide, her mentor.
I absolutely have. And it's been great because I've been kind of doing healing yoga, leading healing yoga with us every morning after our meditation. And it's been really great to have the partner and the support.
That's
Yeah.
what people keep saying, is it's critical to have the support, especially if you're helping go through a program and you're removing certain things from your diet and what do I eat and how do I feel, and so yeah.
And more importantly, it's great because she really helps chop all the vegetables we stock. And so when we went to the store, we just stocked up on, gosh, I mean, I've never bought so much produce in my whole entire life, And then you got to chop it all, and then you got to make it, and then you got to clean it. So it was like tag team,
Yeah.
if I chopped and she'd clean, and it was really great.
But I have to say, because I've done it, I told you I've done it
I
as
know,
well,
and
right?
he lost 13 pounds.
13 pounds,
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, and the one thing that I found was, at first it was like, oh, the thought of having to clean and do all that stuff, but then, I mean, maybe this is just part of the process, but I felt like I was kind of holistic about it. I felt like every leaf of lettuce that I would wash and everything that I would cut, it would be like, oh, if it was in the bowl, I'd want to eat every piece of it, because I was like, I had done it,
I was the same way.
Yeah?
You know what I got excited about? Because I never use my kitchen, and I kind of have a beautiful kitchen. But seriously, and I got rid of all the old spices that were sitting there for 7 years.
Yeah.
I really got excited about learning about seasonings and herbs and how to use them. And also, like you said, I mean, you're preparing your meal with all this love and passion and, intention, and it just made it so much more worthwhile,
Yeah.
and satisfying.
And it kind of brought me
Right?
back to the place of when people would hunt and gather for things, and what was that food that you had the effort to go and do? It wasn't like I was
Exactly.
just fast eating, it was, the whole conscious eating thing.
Yeah, it was kind of therapeutic too. I mean, seriously, just to learn how to, dice and chop and all that stuff. I mean, I watched the DVDs and I thought, wow, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to really learn a lot doing this reset and get back into all the organic, delicious vegetables that there's so many, and digging through the recipes and figuring them out. And now some of my favorite new things are like the stir-fry vegetable,
Oh, it's delicious.
and just certain little salad dressings, even just using the flaxseed oil. Well, it was so tasty, wasn't it? I couldn't believe it.
The root vegetables
all
and
of
the
it.
kale, kale with lemon, forget it. It's
Who knew?
so easy.
I know,
Right?
I know,
Yeah.
who knew? And so not only does it educate you, but you really are on the road to such incredible health and nutrition, and cleaning out your system. I thought, you get a tune-up for your car.
Yeah.
Why don't we tune up our bodies? And this is so critical to do, even twice a year, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I would
absolutely,
recommend
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every 6 months, because you have all this lactic acids and all this toxins and all that stuff, whatever like that, and you're training really hard. It almost feels really good to be able to relax and sit back and say,
I know.
I'm not allowed to work out for 3 weeks,
I know,
right? Even
and
though
that
you
was
want to.
another benefit, because I thought, well, wow, I haven't done a real workout for 2 weeks now. I'm 15 days into the reset, but I did yoga every day. And most of the days I was on the beach doing yoga. And then after that, I would just set my intention for the day with a little meditation. And it just really was so wonderful, And then I would go back and have my juice and, just strategically plan it out. And once, like you said, it takes like the first 3 days and then you got it down,
Yeah.
And drinking more water, like tons of water.
And
I
all
was
different
drinking.
flavors.
Yeah.
Not of the water, but the foods, like
Oh my God,
the
the
combining
fruits.
of different vegetables.
I know.
They all seem to like burst in your mouth and like.
I know.
Like I remember eating one blueberry or one pea or something. I mean, you tell me about your experience. Tell me about
I
yours.
just crack up. No, because listen, all I know is one morning I got up and watermelon never tasted so good in my
Yes.
entire life. Like, seriously, and then the first, salad I made, the most amazing salad, and I just sprinkled a few little sunflower seeds on there, and I made my own little dressing. It was so delicious. Like, I would crave that. And talking about cravings, and this is one of the reasons I wanted Jeannie here today, is because, she's in college. I mean, it's crazy the way you college people eat, and she had this massive cravings. Wasn't it like really 3 days in, or maybe even less than that, you didn't have any cravings?
Yeah, it was probably the 3rd day in. I wasn't craving any more of the sugars. I loved my chocolate, my chips. Even the fast food like pizza, oh my gosh, pizza. I started craving the vegetables, like the juices, like everything, and like Debbie's salads now, amazing. I crave them. I just want to eat like the raw vegetables.
It's true, right? And they're not flavors that you're probably accustomed to having maybe before this.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
No, I mean, what was the closest you got to a vegetable? I mean,
Put on pizza.
A little bit of put some peppers on the pizza and there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's amazing.
Yeah.
So, like the first 3 days then.
Yeah,
that you
the
were into
3rd
it.
day I already felt my energy level went way higher, boosted it. My sleeping, I could never sleep at night.
That's another
My
thing.
sleeping patterns were just totally off, and I could finally get a solid 8 hours of sleep, and I just felt so alive and so amazing.
I know, and also less sleep. What I noticed, because I usually get the 8, 9, even sometimes 10, I'll confess, and I've been doing great on just 6 or maybe 7, and waking up so much earlier, and not needing any sleep aids. I mean, because for a while there, I was in a bad habit of taking Unisom. I mean, if I was stressed out or something, and just off of all that, and don't crave caffeine at all anymore. And plus, I only had the 1 cup during the day anyway, so it wasn't a huge loss. But I definitely don't crave the caffeine. If anything, you know what I crave? An incredible piece of salmon, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm craving right now.
Yeah, and I mean, the clean, the water. Like, did you feel like your whole body was then just fresh?
Yes.
You just feel like the
Definitely.
water is going through your body, and you just feel like you're renewed. Like
Well, you're more
your thoughts
focused.
are clearer.
This is what I was going to say, making better decisions,
Yeah.
more clear-headed, definitely happier. What I noticed was, just much more responsive and more communicative, and in general happier. And, an added benefit is I've lost 4 pounds.
What?
Yeah, I lost 4
In only
pounds.
15 days?
But I thought I was going to lose a lot more, and I was a little concerned about that. Remember, I asked you in the last chat.
Yeah.
But because I was still getting all the nutrients, it wasn't like I was not eating. I was having my fruits and vegetables and my juices and all that. And then, my body just regulated. It just regulated. But Jeannie's lost, what, 12?
I think 12 pounds already.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well done,
awesome.
well
Feels
done.
good.
I know, it's so exciting because every morning it's so exciting, and we took her measurements and stuff, and she's gonna start Slim & 6 when she gets back
Awesome.
to college and get all those other gals on the bandwagon because the coach has got them lifting really heavy weight, and they're hockey players. You don't need to be thick and stocky. You got to have like agility and be quick, and so I'm excited.
That's great. Well, this is perfect to start.
I know.
This.
Kickstart.
Kickstart. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you know what I'm really proud the most? I mean, I'm proud of her so much in so many ways, but the fact that everybody else is going to college, back to college like a week early to party it up.
Yeah.
And that's what you did last year.
Yeah.
You said, but
Festival.
she chose instead to stay with moi
Nice.
and do the reset.
Wow.
And you're 21 years old. That shows a lot of maturity and discipline and commitment and just ready to turn your life around.
Yeah.
And kind of conquer the world because the potential's there and getting rid of the bad habits.
That's awesome. Well
I know.
done. Well done. I
I
mean,
know.
I see it in your guys' skin too.
Well, mine,
Like, do you not
yeah,
notice that?
yeah. Well,
like your skin
definitely.
just seems to glow. Like dewy
Yeah.
and like
Well, her
bright and,
skin
like-
is insane.
Yours too.
No, I mean, come on. I do the best I can. I mean, I'm 52. I mean, but you know what I will say? This, and I do use the Derm Exclusive every single night. You will attest to it. It's all laid out on my, on my counter in the bathroom. And so I think that also helps. But yeah, you're getting rid of so many toxins. I mean, even if you ate well, you still need to do the reset because
Yeah.
of all the chemicals that we're taking in and all the the pesticides on most of the food and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We have to clean it out.
The interesting thing is, like, everyone thinks of probably the reset as being a starvation diet.
No, I've been on
No,
those.
right? Yeah, right?
No, I did a reset. I did a detox cleanse in Palm Desert. That's a true fasting where you're just drinking like purifying teas and blood kidney teas and lemon water and different things like that. No, this was what I was excited about was every day, ooh, what do I get to eat today? And let me see if I can make this recipe,
Yeah.
Let me figure it out. And I actually did a pretty good job. Like I made that taco that one day and it tasted really good. I was
Yeah.
really kind of proud of myself.
Yay!
Because I'm not a cook at all, but I can steam some vegetables.
Yeah.
And now I can do a little bit more. So
Yeah.
and
So-
I know how to use the seasonings and the herbs and stuff.
And are you going to transfer that seasoning knowledge to your palate now when you're
Oh,
on the food?
absolutely. And I'm definitely going to cruise right into the alkaline diet.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I'm going to start my day out every morning with the lemon water and then the wheatgrass shot. We've been doing the wheatgrass shot every day.
Did it get
Every
sweeter?
day.
It gets sweeter.
It
Well,
was
to
a
me it
little
got sweeter.
sweeter,
I think,
but we
yeah.
chase it with an orange slice, so
Oh,
maybe
okay,
that's
yeah,
why
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
sweeter.
It's definitely gonna be sweeter then. And so I just wanted to clarify, you can do it up to 4. You can do it 4 times a year. You don't have to do it every 6 months. So
Right.
if you felt like your toxicity level was high and that kind of stuff, you could do it every couple months, every 3 months or so. So yeah, so
there you
keep
go.
yourself back on it. So
Yeah.
now you're gonna have to get your fellow students.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
Because,
great?
like right before, do you guys still have homecomings before school? Like during school, homecoming
do you?
parties
No.
and that kind of stuff?
Well, we just have the fraternities and sororities
Oh, yeah.
throw all their
The
parties. So we
dances,
have
yeah.
all them to go for, and then that's when if you gotta fit in the dress, it's when I would
See?
starve myself, try
And
to
that's
fit
not
in.
good.
But now I'm on the healthy diet, or the
Yeah.
reset, and
Yeah.
so I'd rather do this way than you
Yeah,
know.
because now you won't have to do that starvation thing. You
Yeah.
can just do this
Right.
and trust your body that it's going to get back to its regular form
Yeah.
after you eliminate the alcohol and
all the
the
junk.
stuff that just
Yeah.
gets on track
And all
on,
the
right?
junk. And
Yeah.
then, just to get, I'm really teaching her about portion control and how to eat the small little meals. Because she was starving herself during the day and then eating one meal. And that's just the wrong thing because your body just will hold on to that extra fat because it just doesn't know. Until you're consistent for, maybe a month or two with eating the small meals through the day, then your body will register, well, she means business.
Yeah.
And it'll start letting go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love that about your body. It just adapts so well,
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Did you guys have any good dreams or anything like that while you
Wild dreams. But I
Crazy.
always have wild dreams. But
Right?
yeah, they were a little extra crazy. They were a little extra crazy. Yeah.
Like that, and did it? What kind of things did people say to you while you were on it?
People were really curious, but everybody's really more curious than anything, and then they get fired up. And what I noticed is there's all these juice places that are opening up. like really great juice places. Like we checked out one in Beverly Hills, one in West Hollywood, the Press Juicery, and it makes it so much easier to stay on track with something like this, because if you don't have a juicer and you don't want to chop up all those vegetables, I know the Reset wants you to eat all of the raw and all
Yeah,
of that, but every once in a while, you just want to get a juice. And so to continue on with this, it'd be a great supplement. And they're just popping up everywhere now.
Yeah, I saw like a salad place that they make salads and you can put what you want into it just recently.
Well, you know where we're going right after this? No. Somebody told me about a place called Planet Raw. It's 6th and Broadway.
Nice.
So we're gonna, is it good? Have you been there?
I haven't been there, but it's been open for years.
Oh, it has? Well, we're checking it out. So I'll let you know.
I think they even have raw desserts with no refined sugars and that kind of stuff too. Not letting you have those today.
No, we can't have those today. We're just excited about a salad. Okay, we're just excited about a salad. And we went to M Cafe and had all this amazing, like the kale and the quinoa.
Kale is the biggest discovery.
It was so good. And didn't we tried all these different like things that were so good.
Yeah.
So it's fun, you know, there's a lot of great little spots, and no matter where you live, you can find organic, or, there's a health food store. It's just the main thing is getting that fresh organic produce at your farmer's market. That's really a good place to go. Yeah,
and I think it's cheaper too.
Yes,
Like I think like proteins and all those kind of things in processed food, I think per weight is actually more expensive than healthy, nutritious food, because there's not all that processing that needs to go into it. So if you look at like your vegetables and that kind of stuff, you can actually find them cheaper.
And speaking of, like, one another thing that I've noticed, because we've been obviously off of wheat, completely gluten-free. And I know that most people don't have any tolerance for that, and for good reason. You shouldn't have wheat in your diet. And so that is where I feel, so much lighter, and, just completely being off of all that and animal products and all that stuff. Listen, I feel all clean and sparkly.
Yay! Excellent. So should we jump into some more questions?
Let's.
Yeah? Will you stay with us? Hang out.
Yeah.
So please send your questions. We've got some already coming in. So here we go. So Jessica, and I'm gonna try not to kill everyone's names, but I'm terrible at this. So Jessica
Just go Jessica Mitchell. It's easier.
Thank you. Jessica Mitchell.
Hi, Jessica.
I'm about to get my reset any day now. What is the one thing you would suggest to get ready?
Well, I prepared for a couple days before. I wouldn't recommend having a big burger the night before. She did a bagel before. It's just as bad.
I did. I told her that, and she was like, "What?"
Because it's like, okay, ease on in, ease on down the road. I think the best thing is to be prepared. Just have all your stuff ready. I had all my vegetables chopped up in different containers, so it was so easy to make the salad. Just throw it all in. And if you have anything bad, get rid of it. Don't have that temptation. And I also would say get a buddy, get somebody, even if they're not doing it with you, somebody who can give you some support. That's what I would say.
That's true. And we have a whole customer service and a whole line of
utilize it.
Yeah.
I was emailing her all the time.
Yeah.
Can I do this? Can I do that?
Yeah.
Can I still take my vitamins? Can I, what is it? I was bombarding her with questions because I wanted to make sure that I did it right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So did you get any new implements? Did you find there were any sort of other tools in your kitchen that you found helpful while you were doing that?
I did, and I finally used some of those things.
Yeah. You had them already. I finally used that knife. I figured out
I finally used that lemon thing that, the lemon presser.
Nice. Awesome. So Hadil Ali says, "Hi Debbie, my question is, how important is it to stick to the diet while doing Slim and 6? Is it okay to eat everything in moderation?"
Well, it depends, okay? It really depends on how much weight you want to lose. If you are already at your goal and you're just doing Slim and 6 to firm up and tone up, yes. if you have a lot of weight to lose, then first of all, I don't like the word diet. You know that. This is a really healthy eating program. It's a lifestyle. And I really think the most important thing is the portion control and eating the small meals consistently through the day, because that's what keeps your metabolism working efficiently, and really keeping any of the complex carbs to earlier in the day, like the oatmeal or whatever, and then stick to the protein and the vegetables and the fruits, for lunch and dinner and stuff like that. So, because that's just gonna give you so much energy, and it's gonna really speed up your weight loss, and that's part of the plan.
And what about, because this often comes up as well, so after you do the workout with Slim and Six, what do you recommend they eat after their workout?
You mean after the 6 weeks?
Well, no, after they finish the workout for the day.
After the workout for the day. Well, there's a lot of different, theories about that. I just think, a half hour to an hour after you finish, Shakeology is a great thing to have.
That's good. Yep.
She had her first Shakeology drink
You did?
today.
I did.
Awesome. What flavor?
I had to do it. I was like, I need some sustenance for my chat. And I checked to make sure it was okay to supplement with the Reset.
Oh yes, you had the vegan one.
I did, and it
course.
was chocolate it was so delicious.
It was, honestly, it was exactly what I needed.
Do you know what she
loved
said?
it.
This is like the best thing I ever tasted in my whole life.
It really was.
Oh my God. And after eating nothing but, fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, I mean, it was
Yeah.
a tasty treat.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then you knew it was so healthy for you.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
good.
That's
so,
what I was asking her. I was like, is this really that good with this chocolate flavor? Is it supposed to taste this good? And she's like, it's great for you. And then when I seen the wall of all the different ingredients, it was amazing.
I know, right? I know, it's really great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's actually made with cacao as opposed to chocolate flavor. So
Yes.
that's why.
Yeah.
That's
So
why.
the difference, I mean, which is also why I think it's such a taste that you don't find anywhere else, because it's that real natural.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. So the next question is from Holly Cransfield Murray. Debbie, I can't take it any longer. I have to know. Any new DVDs coming out soon?
I wish
We
I
always get
had.
that one.
I wish I had $100 every time. I would have said a nickel, but I wish I had $100 every time somebody asked me that. It's out of my hands. I would love to say yes. I don't really know what's going on. I know that there's talks, and let's just cross our fingers.
Well, why don't you tell her about the other ones? Because everyone knows Slim and Six, but maybe she doesn't know about Slim Series and all the other ones that you have.
Right, which I had in my bag actually. Okay, my Slim Series is my advanced program, so it's my version of like an Insanity or a P90X. They're full body, light-weighted workouts, and they will kick your butt. It's really taking you to the next level. And there's 5 workouts total, and a couple of them are like 70 minutes long. So this is the Slim Series, and it's, I had full reign to just go for it. And I did. I went for it. And my favorite on here is Tone It Up. My sister's in the back room, and I get to kick her butt. Because she abused me when I was growing up. Judy, you hear that? No, she didn't abuse me, but you know what it's like. I mean, we fought a lot. And then I have the Slim Series Express, which are 30-minute workouts.
And that's nice because if you don't have 40 minutes or 50 minutes
Right.
to do a workout, you can do just a half hour.
Yeah, so it's Cardio Core Express, which just kicks your core's butt for 30 minutes. Then there's Cardio Sculpt, which is just a 30-minute upper body, but with the cardio, And then there's a Cool It Off Express, which is my favorite. It's a 30-minute, I gave that to you.
Yeah.
The 30-minute stretch, strengthening, a few little strengthening, but it's just so great for relaxation and work out the kinks. And then there's another one in there, isn't there? 3? I'm kind of
blanking.
spacing out.
Yeah.
And then I've got Total Body Solution, which
Yeah.
is the one that I address people's limitations. So if you have a back limitation or shoulder limitation, I should give you the Total Body Solution for your shoulder. You do drills every other day, and they're like 15 minutes. And they will definitely improve the mobility, improve the joint health. It'll build muscular strength and endurance. And I really highly recommend using that before you do any exercise program.
Yeah. Yeah,
do
that's
your
really
mobility
good.
drills, then do some yoga flows, then do your warm up and your workout.
And then also, as some of you may not already know, but we also have Great Body Guaranteed, which
Oh,
Debbie
God.
is featured in so highly. Her and Tony together did this. It was our
That's
first Beachbody
right.
workout.
Oh my
That
God.
abs one, it is used in this gym more than any.
Trust
Not
me,
more than
and we
anything,
shot
but
those
a
at the
lot.
beach, like it was freezing
It
cold
burns
that
so
morning.
bad.
It does, and
It's
I
a
did that
great one.
when it was cold outside and I had no warm up, and I completely strained everything, and I had to just run through it twice, because Carl was shooting it and no breaks there, but he's in the background of my thin thighs, guaranteed, and my great buns, guaranteed, and I'm in the background of his great arms and great
Stretch,
abs
yeah.
and great stretch. So it's kind of become a classic
It's a
because
classic.
this is the first, like you said,
Yeah.
the first workout ever. And I'm just tickled and I'm honored that Tony and I were the first to do that and to see how this company has grown. Today, I got an email from my niece, Kate, and she said, "Do you think it would be okay if if you could get an autographed picture from Tony for my boyfriend? His birthday's coming up, and he does P90X, and he's such a big fan." And I think I could pull some strings. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I think I may have Tony on speed dial.
But it's so cute, I just feel grateful every day.
So there's tons of stuff. So
Tons.
Even though you really you may only know Slim and Six, but there's lots of workouts that you can see Debbie doing. So maybe try some of those others, and then get back to us and maybe send us a message and let us know if you like Sim Series versus Slim and Six, which ones you like better, and we can answer your questions.
In the meantime, talk to the big guy.
Yeah. So Amanda writes, I know the Reset Maintenance Kit includes the Alkalinize and the Optimize supplements that are taken daily. Are there any other Reset supplements that you will be taking daily after the Reset?
Oh yeah, I'll go right back into my routine.
Yeah.
And I take quite a few supplements because, she strongly recommended I go off of everything while I'm on this because it's just calculated.
Yeah.
It's very precise. It's very thought out. But yeah, I'll go back into my regular. I take my Carlson's fish oil first thing in the morning. And I take a probiotic. I take my digestive enzymes before I eat. Sometimes I'll do the Green Vibrance or Greens Plus, powder in a glass of water to get all that chlorophyll, or the shot of wheatgrass. And then, I take the good multivitamin and extra D. I take extra C. I take an E. I definitely take a B complex. I take the wellness formula, Keith. Because it really helps boost your immune system, and if you ever feel like you're getting sick, it's important
Take it every day.
Yeah, I just take it every day because I don't want to take any chances. And if you feel like you're getting sick, you can up the dosage. You can get it at Whole Foods, and I have warded off more colds and more flus with the wellness formula. As soon as you start feeling that scratchy throat or you're feeling funky, run to the closest Whole Foods and get that.
When you guys took the liquid oxygen with this
The droppers?
I love that stuff.
Well, I don't know if I go that far.
I actually do. Think about it. Liquid oxygen. It's like liquid oxygen. So if you're feeling down, or it's like, I don't know, I would take it and I would just all of a sudden feel like a little bit like a little more,
Like you just got out of the chamber, like the oxygen chamber, Michael Jackson's oxygen chamber. No, I don't know.
I liked it a lot.
I wasn't, listen, I don't know. I just was doing the thing. I didn't really know what it was doing, but it was doing something.
Doing something.
Yeah.
There you go.
I kind of like the flavor.
The flavor.
Yeah, you get, I like the mineralize in the water too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Especially in the distilled, because you got to
Yeah.
put the minerals back in.
Yes. That's
But I'm going to
really important.
continue on with the distilled with the alkaline, so.
Good.
Yes.
Good. So Michelle Vella Murray asks, do you cut down on portion size? Or how do you cut down on portion size? I tend to eat healthy, but just too much of it. I feel so hungry when I try to cut down portions. Do you have any advice?
Yes, I used to be a culprit of that same thing. I would eat such healthy meals, but it would be like this big. Like my salad was this big, or my brown rice and my vegetables. because no matter how healthy it is, if you eat too much, your body's going to store the rest. And the thing is if you eat slower, and you really have to get in the habit of setting your fork down, really chew everything completely, and that way it'll digest easier too. But what I find is, it's really just a signal to your brain, like you might be totally satisfied, but because you're so used to feeling this fullness, maybe you're feeling like you're not completely eating enough. But if you cut back on your portion, you eat slowly, you only eat till you're satisfied, remember, you can eat again in 2 hours. The food's not going anywhere. It's still, there.
Yeah.
So, just start disciplining yourself, because what will happen, your stomach will shrink and you're not going to need as much. And that's what we want. That's the whole key. So, and then don't drink with the meal, wait for 30 minutes after. And then if you're feeling like, gosh, I still am not satisfied, drink some lemon water,
Yeah.
have an herbal tea.
Yeah.
That'll take the craving off. And, all those things will help. And just keep on that regimented plan. And trust me, before you know it, you are going to feel satisfied with the smaller portion.
I think that's a great tip as well. I mean,
Thank
people
you,
always...
Brian.
It's true though. I mean, people are constantly saying, I'm not full, but a lot of times you're just dehydrated.
Right.
I mean,
that's what they kept
it's-
saying on the reset. Like,
Yeah.
you got to drink more water.
water. And when you said drink the water with your meal, which is great too, because
Yeah.
you drink it afterwards, and it's so
And you don't
critical.
drink the water with the meal too, because it messes around with the digestion of the nutrients, and you don't want that.
Yeah.
You can have a big glass of water before, wait 30 minutes till after your meal. And that's, by the way, any liquids.
Yeah. Perfect. So we have Deborah Jason Bouchard. Hi, Debbie. I have been doing the Slim series since February.
Awesome.
Lost 32 pounds.
Wow!
Yay! Awesome. I'm feeling amazing, but I'm at a plateau. Any suggestions?
Absolutely, because we all hit those dreaded plateaus. We know those plateaus. You got to shake it up. I mean, now I'd either introduce like one of the other programs. You can alternate it with an Insanity or P90X or Turbo Jam or Turbo Fire. And I'd also recommend maybe incorporating some sprints, some extra cardio. Any of those things, maybe, kickboxing stuff, just to rev it up a little bit, and then get a little bit cleaner with your program, and you can crash right through that plateau.
Nice. Right back in. Tell us how you're doing. I mean, 32
Yes,
pounds
please.
is huge.
I know, that's
we want to know
great.
how you break your plateau.
Yes.
Awesome. So we have Anatopoulos.
Wow.
Anatopoulos.
Anatopoulos.
She says,
Sorry.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
I did the full Slim in 6 right down to a T and found it was great to strengthen my legs and body. Major issue I had was that I didn't slim as such. Instead,
okay.
I added bulk rather than making me look leaner, though through the button thighs, which is what I had wanted to do. Is it simply not for me or my muscle type? Would you modify my routine? My body type is bottom heavier pair, yet a pretty small one for reference. I stopped using it and went back to constant treadmill running instead, but would be interested if you have any suggestions.
Yeah, definitely. That body type is tough, and I wouldn't. There's no way that you could build muscle with this program. It's just physically impossible because of the light resistance you're using and the high reps. But one thing certain bodies do is they retain water in the muscle, and sometimes after you finish, maybe 2-3 weeks after, all of a sudden your body will just start shedding that and it'll start letting go. But yeah, the pear shape is tricky, and I think to lean it out even more, again, to add jump roping, sprints. So, like when I'm doing the jogging in place and the jumping jacks and stuff, like in Burn It Up, after I finish that little series, pause it, grab a jump rope, and do that for like as long as you can, a minute to 2 minutes. Incorporate that strategically through the program, and then add on your extra cardio, whether it be the elliptical or the treadmill, because you're going to burn more fat, and that's what you want to do. And because you said you're smaller and you're pear-shaped, you just have to have a little bit more patience with yourself, and also a little more acceptance, because you can get leaner, you can make your body look better, but you can't change the structure of your body, if that makes sense. So I'm a little surprised to hear that, because Slim and Six is all about shrinking. So I would be curious to hear if you're still eating a lot of complex carbs and sugars. I would be curious to know if you still are eating large portions and if you're eating late. And I think that's the best advice I can give right now.
Yeah.
All those things combined, give it a go.
Do you think if you do the squats slower
No.
or faster, either would one of those build more muscle or less muscle, lengthen more?
Well,
or-
again, by doing squats with no weight, you're not going to build muscle.
Right.
I mean, listen, bodybuilders wish it could be that easy. All right? Give me a 5-pound weight and I'm going to build muscle. No, it's genetically impossible. I mean, like certain athletes, like, you said, as a hockey player, and that consistent, and tennis players, and certain people that do certain kind of sports are going to have thicker thighs. But this program is really designed to shrink and reduce because of the high reps and because I'm not using any weight. So that's why I said increase the sprints and the cardio, really eat super clean, the small little meals, cutting out those complex carbs, especially if you're eating any white flour products, get rid of them. Because with your size and everything and your shape, you have to be even more disciplined and, watch that calorie intake and just up the cardio.
Great.
Oh,
And-
that's my phone. That's all. Should we just break into a classical dance? Let me see who's calling. Oh, it's my doctor. Sorry. I need to change it. I need to have something like doing the butt. Ow, sexy. That would be hilarious.
So please, I would say maybe if you would try Debbie's suggestions for another
And let me know.
15, 30 days, and then right back in at the next chat and let us know how you're doing.
Please, 'cause I'm gonna
then
be
we
curious.
Can adapt more based on what your experience has been.
Yes,
So,
and that's the question a lot of people have, so that's good. Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Tiffany Soriano says, I've done 2 rounds of Slim and Six and I've lost 23 pounds.
Yay!
I've hit a plateau on my 3rd round. What's your suggestion for breaking this plateau?
I
After
would
the
say
3rd round, the same.
the same exact thing. It's the same exact thing. You got to shake it up. You got to try something different. It's like, okay, for an example, if I go to the gym and I see somebody in there and they're on the treadmill, they're obviously motivated, they're on the elliptical every day, they're doing the same exact thing. I never really see a change in their body because they're doing the same pace, the same routine every single day. So if you've done a couple rounds, you just need to shake it up. You need to shock your muscles a little bit differently. You need to add on, like I said, some more cardio. To get lean, I'm telling you, sprints. When I'm on the elliptical, what did I have you do today? We did a little workout today. I kind of sorry, but we only did 30 minutes. I just wanted to show her how she can work out differently.
Okay.
And so every 5 minutes, we did like a little bit of a sprint, and just little things like that make a big difference. I know I'm not supposed to work out, but I did today. It was the first time and it felt good.
So Paul asks, are you taking vegan Shakeology during your reset? In which flavor and what is your favorite recipe?
Yeah, I only did Shakeology once so far, and it's on my 15th day, and it was today, and it was the vegan chocolate, and I mixed it with rice milk, and you can mix it with almond milk too,
Yeah.
and then some ice, and I put a little bit of stevia in there.
Okay. So yeah, unsweetened, but yeah.
Yeah.
Rice milk and
Yeah.
almond milk. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it just has so much flavor. That or the strawberry tropical.
I love the chocolate.
Oh,
I like the chocolate more better.
more better. That's her favorite flavor.
Well, because I don't get, I never eat chocolate. I
Yeah.
never have I don't crave it anymore, and so it just tastes like such a, like a
Treat.
decadent. Like I feel like I'm having a chocolate malt. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I really.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of being bad and I'm being good.
Awesome. So Brittany says, what are your favorite fall treats?
My fall treats. Well, again, I'm not. Thank God I don't crave, because I've told you, I had a massive problem with the sweets when I was a compulsive, overeater. I had a big eating disorder, and that's all I ate. I mean, I would eat like a bag this big of Chips Ahoy cookies, like the whole bag.
Really?
He's bad. So I just, I don't really crave it anymore. So I guess a treat for me in the fall, I do love pumpkin. Anything pumpkin. I'm not talking pumpkin pie or, there's like pumpkin, I just saw pumpkin rice at Whole Foods.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what that
I
would
don't
be
know. I don't know. Pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are good. I do like my sunflower seeds, my pumpkin seeds. I do like a good nut mix. It's, raw, unsalted. I love edamame. I love my hummus, the garlic hummus with the chopped vegetables. I love slices of avocado with slices of like jicama and cucumber and all that great stuff.
Oh, someone just piped in, pumpkin rice at Whole Foods is amazing.
I have to try it. I saw it. Remember
You're
I
gonna
said
try it.
pumpkin rice. I love pumpkin.
Awesome. And then, then I've got a suggestion for you. Have you seen the pumpkin spice that you could actually take it and put it in Shakeology or whatever? It would make it taste like it's like a chocolate.
But
pumpkin.
even in like the tropical one could be
no,
good.
no,
in the tropical.
in the chocolate one.
Really?
Yeah.
Pumpkin
Have you
and
ever had
chocolate?
like a pumpkin chai spice latte or whatever like that? Like
Love
those things
that.
from
That
those
does sound
coffee
good.
things? Like those are, it's like in that world, but without the caffeine and all those
Yeah.
bad ingredients. Really good.
Do you know-
Really good.
And on a side note, did you know that Starbucks is going to have like their own line of cold pressed juices soon?
No.
They're going to put these poor juice places out of business. That's what I heard. Anyway, I digress. But listen, it's good. Expand the health.
Yeah.
I mean, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's true. So Jen asks, did you have any bad habits that you wanted to get rid of with the reset?
Well, I had like my cup of coffee in the morning, and it was really interesting because I love the taste of the coffee first thing in the morning, and I love the smell of it. But in all honesty, when I'd have a cup of coffee, it didn't give me the same effect that it gives everybody. It didn't give me the effect of, ooh, I'm energized. It made me feel kind of headachy and stuff. It was odd. So I was glad I don't have any desire to have coffee anymore. What else?
That's big though, because a
Yeah.
lot of people, like you were talking earlier about your cravings in this too. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's huge for.
Yeah.
Like I too I love sweets, whatever, but I try and keep them away. Like I think I went
Right.
on a binge trying to find the best chocolate brownie anywhere. But I mean, like literally, like right, but no sugar cravings at all. None.
No.
Shocking, but that's shocking.
None.
That's huge.
But I
for
always
most
tell
people.
anybody when you're trying to lose weight and you're addicted to sugar or whatever, or complex carbs, which just basically breaks down to sugars and fat, if you starve yourself of sugar for 2 weeks, you're not going to crave it. That's it. But the other thing that I think I wanted to get out of the habit of is eating wheat. Because I was still eating, like, even if it was just one slice of whole grain toast with, turkey or whatever it was, I don't have a tolerance for it. And I knew I had a lot of inflammation in my body. I felt it. And a lot of women, especially out there, most people walk around with a lot of candida and they're not even aware of it. But if you have symptoms like you're headachy or you're lethargic or you feel bloated all the time and you don't understand why because you're eating fairly healthy, it could be because of the wheat, So I'm definitely off of that for sure. And then, gosh, there was one more thing I was just gonna say. It was right on the tip of my tongue. Maybe I'll think of it. Oh, the animal products. Because I was still really enjoying my turkey burger, and again, with the wheat, the whole wheat, but still, and a steak. You know, I enjoy a good steak once in a while. I'm from Wisconsin, you know, I like it. And I don't feel like I'm gonna really have a desire to have, and especially because we've been watching all these documentaries. I mean, as part of the reset, I decided to, you know, just really delve deep into it. And so I watched Forks and Knives. I watched Food Matters.
Yeah.
I watched Sick, Fat, and Nearly Dead.
Ooh.
And, you know, and documentaries about, you know, just how bad, you know, eating all these animal products and all this stuff does to your liver, and how toxic our livers are, and why we have so many illnesses, and why we're suffering with so many chronic health problems. And that, you know, by taking medications and antibiotics and all this stuff, you're actually making it worse. And that, you know, there's more and more research showing that just by following like an alkaline based diet, that you can cure almost any problem you have, from debilitating arthritis to, you know, if you've got a lot of pain in your joints and muscle aches and all that stuff, it really could be due to, honestly, a toxic liver. And you know, your colon gets backed up, and you can't expect to eat all this garbage and not have it affect you. And so we rely on, oh, well, let me just grab the antacids, and let me, you know, grab this, and let me put a Band-Aid on that, and instead of really fixing the problem. And, you know, you can complain all day long about all these problems you have, and then again, like I said, take tons of more medication to try to fix that. That's going to give you another host of problems. Or you can just buckle down and take care of yourself, and eat healthy and exercise, and have a quality life, and live longer, and feel really good about yourself. And so it definitely puts you into this mindset of, wow, you know, education is everything. And so you really want to think about it, you know, be mindful about what you're putting in your mouth. You know, you just don't eat stuff because it tastes good. You know, this is your beautiful body, and you have to respect it, and, you know, you want to feel good. I mean, everybody's talking about waking up and feeling like crap, and I have no energy, and I got to take care of my kids, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. But, you know, you can do something about it. You really can. That's the beautiful thing. You can turn all that stuff around just by making a commitment.
Yeah.
Do the reset. That'll kickstart you into a healthy way of thinking and eating and awareness and all that good stuff. Wow, I went off on a tangent just then,
but
didn't
I love it though, because that's really it. Like I mean, like I don't know, maybe you've had that same experience. Like you start to make these choices where you're saying, I'm cutting myself off from this, and I'm cutting myself off from that. And it starts to really put you in a place of, okay, what else is available that I didn't know was available?
Exactly.
You know? Different fruits, different vegetables, different spices, different things, all these things we've been talking about today. And then this whole part here, which is like watching movies that you maybe you would have put on like junk TV or junk whatever like
Exactly.
this. But now you're looking at conscious things that help you and help the environment and help you, and you just feel better. Like I mean, it just radiates good energy.
I know. And another thing, another great tool while you're going through the reset is just to feed yourself and read all these amazing books that educate you about the alkaline diet and the liver flush, and, you know, just all these. You know, I learned so much about essential oils. I mean, you have no idea the benefit of essential oils. Like if you have bad digestion, if you're having a headache, you take some peppermint oil and you rub it on your tummy, or you just inhale it, or you just take a couple drops and you rub it here. And then lavender is just so good for so many things. You rub it on the bottom of your feet, you know, and all over your shoulders, wherever you're like aching. And believe me, there's oils for every single ailment. And I learned so much on this reset about that. And then also about the benefits of wheatgrass. I mean, just get into it. And it's fun and it's exciting, and you can help other people, be a mentor to somebody else. I mean, like, even by being her mentor, it's like, it just gets you even more excited and energized about it. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing, Brian.
So one of the last questions is, I mean, we have several here, but we're running a little bit short on time, so we'll
Yeah.
just keep going as much as we can.
Okay.
Bethany Link at 83 says, can I lose 7 pounds in 7 days? If so, can I keep it off?
On the reset?
I guess just in general.
Yes, you can. Absolutely. Do the Slim and 6 Express. You'll definitely drop 6 to 7 pounds in a week. And that comes with Slim and 6. You just follow it, to a T, and you can drop it. You do the reset, you can definitely drop it in a week, and it's all healthy way to do it. Now, the way you're going to keep it off, of course, is to continue with the small little meals through the day, and the portion control and the exercise, and not eating 3 hours before you go to bed and all that stuff.
Excellent. And then, were you introduced to any new ingredients through the reset?
A lot of new ingredients. I'm still trying to figure them all out. I mean, and I'm still trying to figure out which herbs you put in the refrigerator and which ones. And, I think I'm just going to start growing them because it would be easier. Because I noticed that when I did use them, it made such a difference in the flavor of the food. And I went to spicehunter.com and I just ordered all these great spices.
Like
They
the
have
seeds of them, or the actual?
in the jar.
Oh, the jars, yeah.
Because honestly, the fresh herbs, I mean, I did okay, but they only last for 2 to 3 days. And cooking for myself and everything,
Yeah.
it just, I will use them occasionally, but I like the spices as well. Garlic, I've definitely learned to incorporate that more. So many things, yeah, I'm just still playing around with it all.
And is there any food that you feel like you're missing? Is there any guilty pleasures?
My peanut butter.
Mm.
My natural peanut butter that I usually have a lot.
Probably raw and organic and all that stuff.
Yeah, I get it at Trader Joe's,
Yeah.
but definitely I'm missing my peanut butter, but that's okay.
Marissa says, you said that you use Derm Exclusive. What other beauty secrets would you recommend for having great and young looking skin like yours?
Aw, well, thank you so much. Drinking lots of water, for sure. As you can see, I'm hydrating all the time. Exercise definitely helps. Certainly clean living, not doing all those drugs. I don't smoke, What other beauty secret? Did you just tell me you rub peppermint oil on your face?
Yeah.
You do?
Well, I heard that to get your little, wherever you have your little pimples, you put a little bit of the oil, the peppermint, and just put it there, and it's supposed to help. And I mean, it's working.
Good. Yeah, I don't see a spot on you.
Yeah, but no, seriously, the other thing I do is I definitely do microderms once a month, glycolic peels once a month, because that really just gets rid of all the dead skin and stuff. And then Derm Exclusive I use every night and and the sunscreen for sure. Sunscreen, yeah.
Well, that Derm sunscreen is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's like UVA and UVB. And,
Yes, it's great. It's really good.
Yeah, really good stuff.
And lots of laughter.
They do say
That helps
too.
the skin.
Yeah, it does.
And sex.
Yeah, that does.
But that's not been happening lately, so I don't know. I'm still glowing.
Well, then
That's
I won't,
all right.
Well, then I won't ask you the other question that someone asked. Maybe I will, but I think they're making a pun. They said, do you think if you and Tony had babies that they would skip diapers and go straight to pull-ups?
Somebody asked us this last time.
I know.
They said, are they going to come out doing push-ups? First of all, I'm 52, I ain't having any kid. And secondly, if I had a kid, it's not going to be Horton. No, but I love you, Tony. Listen, if he has a kid, he'll definitely come out doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh, some push-ups.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about alcohol? Do you think that drinking is a big no-no, or a little glass of wine or something here and there won't hurt?
Excellent question. Excellent, because Here's the thing again, it depends on where you're at. If you really have a lot of weight to lose, I would say try your best to just cut it out because it slows down your metabolism and you're trying to speed up your metabolism. And it's empty calories and it's a lot of sugar and it's a depressant and it stimulates your appetite, you know? So if you're really committed and you really, you know, want to lose weight, just, you know, listen, again, it's not going anywhere. It's always going to be there. You know, make a commitment. And, you know, listen, I'm 15 days, you know, do I miss it? Yeah, listen, I miss my glass of red wine. I'm not going to lie. But I feel great. And you sleep so much better because the sugar in the alcohol messes with your sleep.
Yeah.
But I say, listen, if you're at your goal and you've got no triggers with it, you've got no addictions to it, absolutely a glass of red wine, or, you know, in moderation, a couple glasses. But women should not have more than 2, and I don't think guys should have more than 3. And I'm not talking about daily, you know, so drink, you know, if you're going to a party or something like that, you know, have a glass of water in between and just slow it all down and you know, learn to really slow everything down and enjoy it.
And you'll feel a lot more now through the cleanse anyway. I mean, your body's reset.
Right.
I mean, through the reset, your body, that's why it's called reset, not a cleanse.
Right.
I mean, it's called reset because you're resetting your whole body and everything. So as you go back onto things, and they'll teach you guys as you go through this, you have to put as much time away that you took away from things before you put it back into your system, and you like test it in your body.
Right.
Maybe you'll have some other types of proteins and see how your body reacts to it, so you can see if you may have an adverse reaction.
Exactly. Because now that's a perfect time. You're right.
Yeah.
Because you're off the wheat. It's a perfect way to dairy.
Yeah.
That's another big one I forgot to talk about. That's a big one that I got off of. Not that I ate a lot of dairy because I'm lactose intolerant, but I would enjoy a string cheese, you know, like that's one of my snacks. And that's one thing I miss. But, you know, I'm happy because those are things that really caused a lot of bloat in my system, the wheat, the dairy, and I'm off of all that, so.
Well done. One last question. How do you deal with people who don't get your healthy lifestyle? Sometimes not all friends and family members are not all supportive. How do you deal with that?
I know, it is tough. And the whole thing is you just have to look out for you. You just have to take care of you. And the more committed you are, and as soon as they start seeing results, you know, you could totally shift that. I mean, they could pretty soon be asking you, like, well, what are you doing? And, you know, you look like you're looking pretty good. And, you know, so it could turn things around. But, you know, just get a friend or another kind of support and just, you know, stick to your guns. This is your life. This is your body. And that's the most important thing.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Debbie.
I had
Thank you very
fun.
much. Welcome. And thank you guys for joining us. Make sure that you follow Debbie Siebers on the Slim and Six Facebook page and Twitter for any news stories and more. And check in on Team Beachbody to see when we'll do the next chat with Debbie. And coming up next, we'll have Tony Horton's chat.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day.